everyone, I hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching this video. My name is Wairimo, the founder and the CEO of Empress Crafts Company. Welcome to Hooked by Empress. If you're new here, kindly press the subscribe button. That is the motivation I need to be posting on this app. It has been so long. I have not posted for, I think it's been a year, but now I am back, and this time when I say I am back, I really mean it. And if I take too long to post on this app, please disturb me. Remind me that I have promised that I will be posting a tutorial every 2 weeks. But right now, I have a tutorial here that I need you to watch. I need you to. So let's get to it. First, I'm going to show you what I will be using for making this bag. We have this black polyester yarn. I think it's 5mm. It is black in color and it comes in, the whole thing is 500 grams. As you can see, I have used most of it, so it's not going to fit, but once you buy it, it's going to be enough. Other than the yarn, I have my measure here with me and my Danny needle. This is what we're going to be using to make the patterns on the plastic canvas. I have already made the bag handle, but don't worry about it. The next video that I will be doing is how to make this ribbed crochet handle. I made it some time back, but I never posted it, but I'm going to do it again, so don't worry about how to do that. For now, let's just focus on making the bag. I have already cut the plastic that we are going to use, but I'm going to explain step by step. For this particular bag, I've cut the back part. This is the back part and the flap. As you can see, it's taller than the others and it measures 8.5 inches in length and the height is 12 inches. So the back part, if you're cutting your plastic, cut it as 8.5 by 12 inches. It basically doesn't have to be exactly that. Whichever size you cut is going to work. This side is also 8.5 by 6 inches. What I say is that make sure that the difference between your length and your height is 2 inches. So whatever size you decide to cut, make sure the difference is 2 inches. Then we have the base. This is going to be the base of the bag. So it is 8.5 inches by 2.5 inches. That is the size that I find most appropriate for these small handbags. So you can cut yours at 8.5 or whatever size you're using by 2.5. Then we have the sides, which are the same, the two sides of the bag. This is going to be 6 inches by 2.5 inches. So using this paper, I'm going to try, I'm not an artist, but I'm going to try and draw what I have just shown you. This is the handbag that we are about to make. Bear with me, bear with my an artistic, but I'm really trying. I think I'm good at this somehow, because you can see, as long as you can see and you can understand what we are about to do here, that is the most important part. So this is our handbag right here, and I'm going to add the flap at the back. The flap wants to sleep. Don't sleep, wake up. Yeah, there we have the flap. So that is the flap. The measurements that I was showing you, this is it. So the front, the length that I was talking about, that is it. That's 8.5 inches right there. I hope you can see, but yeah, good thing is that I'm telling you what I'm writing. This is the height, 6. I'm not sure height or width. Height, yeah, 6 inches. Then we have the back side now, the one that has the flap, it's 12 inches. You can notice it's twice the front. So if your front height is 5, the back should be 10. Times 2, just times 2. There's no mathematics. It's mathematics, sorry. This is mathematics, yeah. So the back is twice, the length is twice. So we have the back, the front, the two sides that are equal, that is 2.5 inches by 6 inches. Then we have the base, which is 2.5 inches by 8 inches. There you have them. So once we are done with making the patterns, we will just be connecting. Alternatively, you can just work with a rectangular canvas without cutting the pieces. This is easier because you just have to cut the sides and one long rectangle. This long rectangle covers the back, the flap, the back, the base, and the front. So what you will do is just fold it. I am opting for the first one because of the base. I like my base just good standing on its own. I don't have to fold it and do all that stuff. So this long canvas, it has the 12 plus the 2.5 plus the 6, so total it's that's around 20.5. Yes, 20.5 inches, and the length remains 8.5. That does not change. And also, so when you use this method, you can definitely use this method, it's easier. So you'll just cut the long one and the sides, which is 2.5 by 6 inches. So you'll just be joining it as you move, unlike us who will be joining the base, the side. This one you just join as you move and you're done. But I'm going to go with option A on this video. I hope you understand the difference. I'm going to go with option A because I like the base on this one, because the base is made on its own, so it just stands. I don't have to keep to fold it more and force it to stand like option B. So that is it. That is how you cut and you measure your plastic canvas. And now it's time to get to work. Getting to work. Cut your yarn. I play a lot. Cut your yarn. We're going to be using double strand. This yarn is a bit tough, but you got to be tougher. Bit tougher than the yarn, yeah? Cut the yarn. Make sure that the ends are equal, because polyester, the problem with polyester, if it's not equal, if it's not straight, if it's folding somewhere, it's going to give you a hard time. So make sure that it is perfect. And once you do that, now we can start. Okay, I'll have to draw the pattern first. Let me show you what we will be doing. Let's assume that this is our plastic canvas. I should have been an art major. Starting to think I'm good at this. I can draw. My lord. Yeah, so let's assume this is our plastic canvas, and I'm just going to draw it and then number the squares. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and we're going to make the first row is made of triangles. So you move from the first square to the second one, you just go up, then you start going down. When you reach the highest level, that is going to be our highest level, you now start going down to the point that you started, forming a triangle. I know as I'm explaining it, it sounds so hard, but once we start doing it, you're going to be like, did I even need this tutorial, guys? It's going to be very easy. So let's get to it. So you start on the first or is this a row or what? The first line, just start at the bottom line, and from behind make sure you leave like 3 inches of yarn so that you're going to hold it at the back, and you move to the square right above the one you just got into. So here you're not jumping any square, but when you go to the second one, as we continue to move, you're going to go higher. So when you move to your left, you go higher. So you're moving to your side and a bit higher. So for the second one, you're going to go to like 2 squares above it. It just keeps going up until you get to the highest point. You just keep going. Third one goes to the upper square. The fourth line goes to the upper. Please tell me you're getting this. You get what I'm trying to say. You go. Just keep moving. As you move to the next row, you move to the square above the one that you just worked on. Yeah, that sounds better. So as you move to the next one, you move to the square above it, and we will keep doing that till we get to the seventh row. I'm not sure if those are called rows, but yeah, I think they're called rows. So the thing with this pattern is that you have to work with even numbers plus 1, because the 1 has to be the highest point. So if you're working with 10, you have to work 10 plus 1, that's 11, because now it will be 5 on the left, 5 on the right, and the 11th one will be in the middle, which will be the highest point. So you're going to you're working with 12, like in our case we are working with 13, because it's 12 plus 1. So on this side we will have 6, the side that I'm working on right now. Then the 7th one is going to be the highest one. Then we will start going down again with 6 other rows, forming a triangle. Yes, so keep going. If you're not getting just if you're not understanding what I am saying, I hope you can use your eyes to see. Unfortunately, why am I going off grid? Girl, what were you doing? Now at this point, now I have started going down. So the first one, the 6th one now on your right side will be on the same level as the 6th one on your left side. So it just goes, it's the same thing, you're just repeating the same thing, it's just that you're doing it on now the other side. The same squares, they are supposed to be a straight line. As you can see the way they look, the 6th ones are on the same line, the 5th one are on the same line, like that, till we get to the first one that we didn't skip a square, we just went to the square above it. So keep going, and always remember to organize your yarn. Don't let any strand of yarn lie on top of another one, because that will make your work look bad. And we are perfectionists, we want our work to look good. So we have finished our first triangle, and we repeat, we start going up, forming our second triangle. So keep going up. You reach to the 7th one, you go down. I hope if you're using my measurements, you have to use 13, because that is the only way they are going to fit perfectly to the end. There we go. We have done our first row. Our first row is made of triangles. And to finish, to make sure that my yarn it will not run or anything, I normally burn the ends, and then using scissors I stick it on the yarn. That way I am sure you can carry this bag for 100 years, because there's no way it's ever going to run. No way. So we can continue to the second row, and we're going to start on the same square, the one you went into. There's no skipping, because if we skip, we're going to leave spaces on the bag, and we do not want anyone seeing inside our bags. Again, leave like 3 inches that you are going to work over from behind. So you hold it at the back right there, and as you continue to work, you make sure that you are passing the yarn over it, so that it can be held right there and it won't run. So this first triangle, like I have been saying, it's made of 12 plus 1, so the squares on the base are 13. And as we start our second what do I call it, the second row, we are going to count 13 going up, so that, because we are making another half triangle, but this triangle is standing. Alternatively, you can start counting from the top, from the square above our highest point on the first row, or just count. Find it easier to just count 13 and go into the 13th one. Don't go into the 14th one. Just count from the square above the one that you just entered, the one that we are repeating. Count 13 and go into it. Or you can start from the triangle, the top point of the triangle, as I was saying, because the smallest point is going to be there at the top. And so this, like you can see, the lowest point on our first row is going to make the highest point on our second row. So that is our first row, and we are going to go down now, because this highest point here, the mountain top, the peak, is going to be our our lowest point, so we are going down, down, down on this part, because we're actually forming another triangle here. So just keep going down and work on the same squares on this other side. Don't skip a square. The same squares that you are going into as you are. What is wrong with me with going through? What am I going through? Going into as you are forming the first row at the same one you're working on. So don't skip any of that. Just go into it, and on the upper side reduce. Just go down. Here you're just going down till you get to the peak of the mountain. That doesn't make sense. You're going down, but you're going to the peak of the mountain. But you get what I'm saying, guys. You get what I'm saying. I know you're understanding. I don't know, but I'm hoping. I really hope you're doing well on your end. And I'm just hoping that as you finish this project, as you work on your bag on the side that you are on, I'll be getting to see your work. I can't wait to see some of the bags you will make. You don't have to use the same colors like me. You can mix colors every row. You can mix colors in your bag, a different color for every row. Always remember to organize the yarn. The work with polyester yarn is organizing. That's the hard part. And now we've gotten to the peak of the mountain. And the peak of the mountain is now we are forming that small part, like a small row, the one we started with in our first on our first line. And so as you can already, I don't know if you can tell, but when you look at the spaces that we are going to go next, you can see that it's going to like form a diamond already. You can see that it's going to go up. That's going to be our highest point. Then it will go down again, forming our first diamond, then our second diamond, then we will end with a triangle again. So let's make that diamond go up the same way we were going with the triangle, just that on this side now you are going down and up, down and up. You're not going on a straight line. You're going down, and on the upper side you're going up. So let's do that. For the first one, you go like we were doing. You go square higher, and this other on the downside you go square down, square up, square down, just like that till we form our first diamond. And after that, basically this is just going to be repetition. The second and third rows are going to repeat themselves. When I say row right now, I mean what do I mean? The one we are working on, the second line of pattern that we are working on. This English came by boat to my country, guys, so don't judge me. I just hope you are understanding and you're working on your bag. And good thing about YouTube, you can watch this video as many times as you want till you get a perfect finish for your work. Doesn't always have to be perfect the first time. It's not even perfect for me myself when I'm working on my projects. So don't worry about undoing and trying again and again and again until you are perfect. So that's our highest point. We're there now, and from here now we are going to go down till we get to the peak of the mountain again. Really loving this line. Yes, organize your work, my guys. That's the beauty of it. Don't let your yarn lie on each other or look disorganized. Take your time to organize it to make sure that your work turns out beautiful and perfect. Make sure it turns out it's a bag that you would want to carry. Don't make clients bags that you yourself can't carry. As you're making it, ask yourself, can I carry this bag? And if your answer is no, undo it, start again, because it is not perfect. But if your answer is, oh yeah, this bag is good, this bag is beautiful and I can carry it, then you did a very good job. So keep going. We're almost at the peak of the mountain. And there we go. And so we are going to repeat making the diamond again on this second part. As you can see, it looks the same as the one. It will look the same as the one we just finished. Then the last one will be a triangle. So for this third row, we're going to have 3 diamonds, and it's basically what we have just been doing, so I'm not going to take so much time here. It's just you again going up. When you get to the center, which is our highest point, you start going down like that. You keep repeating what you do for the first diamond, you do for the second and the third, till we get to the end there. Yeah, just start going up. 上一数得不到你的人只剩下了记得 爱你的美丽当然不止美丽还有昨晚的回忆床上的汗迹是明年留下的 Our first diamond there. We're going to start on our second one, then third. You'll notice that these 2 rows are going to keep repeating themselves till we get to the top of this back part. So you're going to repeat what we have been doing till you get to the top there, and I'll come show you what to do next. Now I've taken my smaller part, the front now, and I'm just starting the way we started with our row of triangles. So go ahead and do that. I'm not doing anything new on this particular canvas. I'm just repeating what we have been doing on the other canvas. The first row triangles, the second row is the one that starts with a half diamond, so you count 13 and you start till you get to the top there. So for the sides, it already has 13. It has 11. It has 11 squares, so we are going to work with 5 on this part. So we are going to start again with a triangle at the base. Nothing new again. The patterns just keep repeating themselves, my guys. So the triangle again here, make your first row of triangles on the base, and this will also apply to the sides. This is what exactly we'll also be doing for the 2 sides that we will be using for the back. So go ahead and work on that triangle for the base. Then the second one, of course, will be that one we will start with a half diamond. Let's get it, guys. Let's go. Yeah, we're going up, up, up till we get to the peak of the mountain. So for this one, we will be working with 5, 5, and the center one as the highest. So we are working with 11, like I said. Even numbers plus 1. Even numbers plus 1. For the bigger part, we were using 13, but since we are working with 2.5 here, 13 won't fit. So we have 11. Now we are going down. Down, down, down. Okay. And just like that, we have our triangle, and you do not have to cut the yarn so that you can come back on this side. You can just pass it under some yarns at the back and come back to the same square that you are supposed to be going into to make sure it does not come out. So come back to the front after doing that, and then here we will be counting 11 because the base is 11 squares. And like the other one where we were counting 13, this is 11, and you go into the 11th one. That's where we start making our half diamond. So this one will have 2 half diamonds meeting at the center there at the peak of our mountain. So from this side you are going down till you get to the peak, then you start going up on the other side. We have done this before, we have done it on the back side, so just keep going down till you get there to our highest point, which will be the lowest for this second row. Then we will start going up when we get there. There we go, we have our 2 half diamonds. Then here, now we will make 1 diamond. As you can see, we have space for only 1 diamond, so go ahead and make your diamonds. Start from the lowest, going up. The center is going to be our highest point. I'm doing this quite fast because by now I know you know how to do this. So just go up. When you go to the next one, you go up till you get to the center there, which is going to be our highest point. In this for this base on the sides, we are working with 11, so we are going for 6. We're making 6 lines before we get to the center one, which is our highest point, and we are almost there. Then we will start going down. Please remember to arrange your yarn, organize your work, make sure it looks perfect. No yarn is lying on top of the other. So let's go down till we get to that to the last one now. And now from this part onward, these 2 are going to repeat themselves. So you just repeat them. At this point, you're going to repeat the half diamonds, then the diamond. You'll just keep repeating this till you get to the top there. Then you will finish with the triangle again. The end of this pattern is always a triangle, just the way that we started. So go ahead and count 11, make your half diamond again, and proceed. And look at that, we are done. We're almost done. We have the base, the sides, the front, the handle, and here, like I was telling you, so for this front part, when you're working with option A, I don't know about option B for this particular bag, but for option A, when you get to this point, the space remaining does not fit a diamond. So what you just do is fill it. Just fill it with fill the remaining space. But on this back part, luckily, it just fits triangles, the same ones that we started with. So finish with a row of triangles on this part, the same way we did. I have just inverted it to make it simpler. So go ahead and do that, and now it's time to join. We are done, guys. Imagine it's that simple. On the inside, you can see I have burned my ends. This makes sure that my work is intact, it can never run. And so we are going to start joining. Joining is so easy. I didn't do home science in high school, so I'm not sure what the name of this stitch, but just make sure your squares are in line. You pass your yarn into the first square and go back to the first square where you are coming from. When you go to the second one, make sure it's in line with the second one, and you just, each square matches the square on the other side, so it's not difficult. People who did home science in high school or know how about sewing, they understand this the name of this pattern. I don't know the name, but you just go over, and we are working from the outside. When you're joining the parts, you work from the outside. So this is going to be the outside of our bag. So you just make sure the squares are in line and you're moving from square to square without skipping, organizing your yarn. Don't let the yarn lie on top of another one. And keep going, my guys. We are almost done. You almost have your bag. Imagine that. This is so exciting. Let's join the side. This is the first side. So keep going till we get to the top there. And this is how you join the parts for any bags, any of my works that you have seen. So there we go. We have finished our first part. So I'm not going to cut this yarn. I'm going to use it to start covering the side, because as you know, we cannot leave any plastic seam. So we are just going to go over that part. This part we are just going over it. Then we will get to this other end where we are supposed to join to our front. And if you still have yarn, keep going. If you don't have yarn, add another piece of yarn. And I'm not doing anything difficult. I'm just joining these parts. When you get down there, now you have to join it to the base. And the base, you start by joining the side, the width, let me call it the width. You join it to the width, then to the length. Then you'll get to the other side where you will add now the second side there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You will join it to the width, then the length. So go ahead and just join it. If your yarn ends while you are doing this, you burn it. Don't pass a new yarn on top of old yarn, because it will bulge and that will not look good. So if yarn ends, you burn. You're starting a new line, burn the yarn on the inside. Don't pass over. Don't go over yarn as you're joining. So yeah, that's how you join. Make sure the squares are in line and make sure your work is tight. Not very tight, not loose, just tight enough. And keep going. Then you join to this to the length, and on this side you will join the other side, and just like that we have our bag done. So we're going to continue covering this side with the yarn. So you just go square by square. You just cover, you're not joining it to anything, you're just passing the yarn over into the squares to make sure that the plastic is covered. And we'll do the same for the flap too. You're also going to do the same for the flap until your entire bag is covered and we cannot see any plastic canvas. Tada, we are done. Let's now figure out where to put our lock. So you have to close the bag and see where should I locate my handle, where should I locate my bag lock. And as we have seen, so we are first going to put the handle. I'm not using anything, the lock, sorry. I'm not using anything complicated on this bag because I have this side accessories that I want to add. They are not a must, but a lock is a must, of course. So I'm going to use a very simple lock, press-in lock, nothing complicated. So you just press it against the bag, make sure it's tight and it will not come out. And then so you have to put the lock and see where it fits. Make sure it's you look at it twice, thrice, look at the bag. Is it okay? Is any side bent? Make sure it is perfect. And like that, there, our bag is closed. I don't know which lock you're using, but whichever lock you're using, make sure it's perfect. Then right there, I'm trying to see where to put the handles, and I have located it. So for the handle, you just stitch. There's nothing, there's no other formula for this one. You just have to stitch it over. Make sure you stitch in a straight line straight line. Make sure they are even on both sides, such that the handle does not bend and it is at the center of your flap. Not the center, but when you close the bag, it's at the center of the top part of the flap. Now the one that covers the, you know what I mean, guys. I'm not good at this. I promise I am going to work on being better. This is like my first video after 1 year, and I promise, I keep promising, but this time I am for real. I am for real, guys. I'm going to be posting more and more videos, so please don't leave my channel. Subscribe, motivate me, remind me, pressure me on Instagram at empresscrafts.co. Keep telling me, where are the tutorials, guys? Those people who do that make me, motivate me. They push me to release this video, so don't stop. And I'm going to get better and better for you. Just for you, so that the next video will be better. I'll know how to explain better. I'm not good at this. I've not done this a lot of time, but I really hope that you have understood and you will be able to make a bag of your own. Feel free to ask me anything, any question in the comment sections. I'll be answering. Guys, look at that. Imagine you made your own bag and you can make it in any color. That's the beauty of yarn. I am so happy to have done this tutorial. I hope you are happy to make your own bag and send me the photos. I want to see.